Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about branding and templates between your front-end product and then your upsell. Now you're looking at what could be considered to be a front-end template that we'd be using for a sales page. And what's going to be important is that when you structure this front-end product as well as your upsell, that you keep continuity visually in both the header and the footer. So in OptimizePress, this really is a matter of going into the navigational area and adding in a header. Now, you'll notice that you're going to have a logo, but we're going to actually get rid of the logo and we're going to keep continuity between the products. So what we've done is we've implemented a header. We've also entered, and we're also going to stretch that header across the page. Now what's going to be important about this is that we want to do this on all of our pages. So we don't want to change our header for the upsell. We don't want to change our header for the second upsell. We want to make sure that visually, when the buyer moves from page to page and they start to see the different offers, we want to maintain continuity that this is all going to be part of the same offer. It keeps the continuity that we are talking about the same subject. And this is something that, once again, isn't difficult to do, but it's a discipline that you and I need to continue to focus on because, again, it keeps the buyer focused on the same subject that we have been talking about at the very beginning. In OptimizePress, we want to do the same thing with the footer area. We want to make sure that the footer area is going to be consistent throughout all of our pages. And you want to test whether or not having a footer versus not having a footer there may necessarily either cause conversions to drop or cause conversions to increase. But regardless of what you do, you want to be consistent and you want to lean toward having a header versus not having a header there. And these are going to be very easy to implement throughout the paging system that you're using. Just make sure that it is consistent throughout the page system. Let's say that you decide also to use a branding image. This again should be consistent throughout the funnel. Now, one of the things that you want to be aware of is that you will always have different shots inside of any bundle that you are going to be purchasing or selling. And so when you do that, if you're going to be selling something that reflects magazine style or reflects a notebook style, then you want to have that in there. But if you're not going to have that in there, then you don't want to have these elements as part of your branding. Once again, what you're trying to do is you're trying to communicate in the background, you're trying to communicate psychologically exactly what your customer is going to be getting. And so you want to emphasize the things they are going to be getting, but you don't want to throw anything into an image that's going to confuse them and be contrary to the words that are going to be on the page. So again, if you're going to have all these elements as part of your package, then again, make sure that that's going to be in the sales copy. But if it's not going to be, then don't have those elements in there. Redo the branding image so that what's going to be part of the package is actually going to match the sales copy and what people are going to actually be getting. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the squeeze page setup. Now, regardless of what page building system you're going to be using, you're going to be asked to connect your autoresponder and you're going to ask to connect some kind of giveaway or report here. And the key in making this work for the entire sales funnel is once again going to be consistency. You are going to write a headline, and so that headline needs to be consistent with the theme that you're going to be talking about throughout your funnel. You want to bring people into the funnel based on solving the problem that you're going to be talking about throughout your sales funnel when they do actually buy. You'll notice here that the OptimizePress page building system allows you to put a logo here. But does the logo necessarily keep people on theme? Is that going to matter to people who actually want to solve a specific problem? And this is going to be the case where you might decide to take this logo out. You might even decide to put the header in, or at least the same color header that the rest of your sales funnel is going to be. You're going to have the opportunity to change the text on the button. And once again, now, do you want to use get instant access, or is that necessarily going to be important to the person that actually wants to solve the problem? When you can, you want to make a connection between the solution to the goal, to the dream, or wherever it is that your customer is actually going to be trying to get to, and what you actually put on this button. Once again, the consistency is going to be important, and you don't necessarily want to just focus on the actual words. So once again, we talk about webinars. It's not just about webinars. It's webinars that help us to get to the goal. If the goal in our product funnel is going to be to make sales on autopilot, then we want to talk about that someplace in this button. But if the goal is to set up webinars, then that's when we're going to use the word webinar. So again, we are focusing on the theme that we're going to be using every place on the setup page. Now, we are also going to get the opportunity in some cases to write some additional copy here as to what the person is going to receive once they get our giveaway. Now, once again, when we do this, we're talking about the benefits and what life is going to look like once they actually get their problem solved. We are going to be talking about what the guide is going to actually do. So we're still staying on message. We're still staying on theme. This is going to come back to one of the reasons why you want to design your funnel first and then come back and design some of the materials. This is going to be consistent with the theme as well as what your product is going to do eventually once they've gone through the process and then they've actually made the purchase. And we have two choices when we actually opt in the person. We can actually send them to a thank you page that's going to tell them to check their email, or we can send them direct to an offer from here. And once again, this is going to be something that you're going to want to test to see which is going to get you the most sales, which is going to drive people deeper into your marketing funnel. Now, in the next video, we're going to be talking about that sales page, but you can actually put in here so that as soon as a person puts their name and email address in, they're going to be sent the confirmation, and then we decide what they're going to see next. And in most cases, we're going to go ahead and put the thank you page in here. But in some cases, you might want to have them see an offer, because if you're using double opt-in, they may or may not opt in. They may or may not complete the process. Unless they really want our giveaway, we may or may not get to see them or speak to them any other time. So this might be the only time to put the best offer in front of them. Once again, welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the thank you and delivery page. You're going to notice here that you can put in a thank you page, and what you want to think about is what you want this thank you page to say in this space. What you probably do not want to do is to deliver the giveaway on this URL. The reason is that you may or may not necessarily have the person to have opted in. You want them to continue the process, and sometimes if they get the delivery before they finish the confirmation, they may not finish and they may never become part of your list. So the most conservative thing to do is to find one of your templates that basically tells the person to check their email. All you're really going to do is tell them that they've signed up, thank you, and now what they need to do is confirm their subscription. Don't assume that they have done this, and don't assume they know how to do this. You want to make sure that you tell them, and if you even want to go one step further, you can autoplay a video on this page that shows them exactly what they need to do. You'll also typically get the opportunity to add in some more copy. Once again, you are giving them incentive to go and actually get the giveaway. So you want them to go and confirm. And what you're trying to do here on this page is to give them the incentive to go ahead and do what's necessary so they become part of your email marketing list. You're going to notice that there are no social media buttons. There are no more additional offers on this page because we want the client to take this one action. We don't want to distract them from anything that they're going to be doing other than becoming part of our marketing list so that we can continue to market to them. Now, again, you do have the option of sending someone direct to the offer, but you're almost guaranteeing that person is not then going to be part of your list. So once again, if you're going to do that, just make sure that your testing bears out the fact that it's best for you to show them an offer instead of this thank you page. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. It's going to have to be a test as to which one is going to work better for you. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.